This time I the guys for an hour and 20 minutes.
Ah!
An hour, and that is not an exaggeration.
My mouth started watering.
It-
40 seconds. Oh, diva.
Now's the time to play our game, which we call
Sick.
Say It With Us.
Oh.
Sick.
Together. Sick.
There you go.
Say it like sick.
That is you really like getting like in your mask there.
Yeah.
Sick.
Up
Okay.
here. It's all here.
Hey.
Sick.
Yes!
Sick.
Six stands for slutty, iconic, chaotic, or kinky.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is we're going to spin the sick wheel. You're going to drop that ball right in there.
I wasn't recording.
What does
Okay.
that
Very
mean?
good. Just drop it in.
Ooh. I'm wearing a nail.
Okay, so what y'all don't know is that this is remote control, and they've already told me which one is gonna land on.
No.
Yes, I already know. Say,
It
guys,
keeps on landing on slutty. It's never landed on anything else.
and you'd think it would land on Slutty.
It's coming,
today.
coming,
I
coming,
wanted to
coming,
land on
coming.
Yeah,
chaotic.
you think it was gonna land on Slutty, but it
Ooh, iconic.
iconic. Yeah,
Tell us an iconic sex story. I think I know which one you're going to tell us.
and iconics. I'm like, I have so many. Okay. Oh, which I talk about on my stand-up comedy tour, High Heels, Bad Knees. This time I the guys for an hour and 20 minutes.
Ah!
An hour, and that is not an exaggeration.
My mouth started watering.
It-
20. You get 15 minutes of me and then it's over.
Well, let me tell you something. As someone who loves the first 60 minutes were lovely. We took some breaks. We chatted. It was
there
lovely.
breaks.
What was
But-
the soundtrack?
What? They were doing, I mean, it was just on like.
They're
Apple
watching the
Music.
family stuff.
But when it passed the hour mark, it went from a blowjob to blow slavery. Okay, I was.
She's doing her stand-up.
She's doing her bit.
No,
Let
I'm
her-
telling
let
you
her-
it
let her
was.
cook. Let her cook.
I
She
was
said,
long.
12
I
years
was
of
down
blowjob.
there. I was a indentured servant to this man's, and I was like, when is this going? It was too long, and when I tell you when he came at the end, and I was doing every trick I have learned. I've amassed over my 25 years. Okay, and nothing would.
25 years. You started a little young.
I'm
Yeah,
35.
remember she was like 13 running to the glory holes?
It wasn't. No, I was doing the glory holes at 14. How dare you?
Sorry, I was 13.
Yeah. Did you really? Did you start?
I
young
was
too?
having sex with older men at 13.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I guess some would say I was being...
Yeah, same. I was too. But, we move on from my trauma. We take therapy. We grow and we learn. We were just saying to someone about how, like, so many gay men have this story is because
Yes.
we weren't able to be sexual with people our own age because they were going to beat us up. Anyway, so when
Or give you crabs.
Or give you crabs. I've never had crabs or scabies. Nothing that crawls.
I had crabs.
No creepy crawlers.
You could see them.
Ugh! So a friend of mine, really quick sidebar, was in Atlanta. It was his birthday. It was a straight guy. And he went to, they went to a strip club for his birthday. So they're all down there, straight club. They buy him a lap dance. The girl comes up, gives him a lap dance, blah, 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 lives his best life. The next morning he wakes up, goes to the bathroom, in the mirror, washing his face, and just seeing things crawling in his beard. He got crabs from the stripper at the club the night before. Imagine.
That is so
I hate it.
hard.
That's
He had
so
to shave it all off and do the whole thing to
Oh,
get rid of the crabs.
and he had a beard.
Yeah, he had a beard, full
You
beard.
could just get the cream.
He had to shave it all off.
No,
Anyway,
you have
I
to
did-
get rid of them.
I shaved everything off.
how old were you when you had these crabs?
Let's say 15.
Wow, that's young.
That is really young.
Yeah.
And that's also when your mom was giving you Nair to get rid of your back hair?
No, my mom. No, she only did that once, and it wasn't Nair. It was she made me go get my back waxed before we went on a family vacation because she didn't want it to ruin the photos. But then we went to.
Nikki!
But
Hilarious.
it made it worse because then my back got all like
Ingrown
bloody
hairs.
and
ingrown
scabby.
hair and like red bumps and stuff. So then it looked like I was diseased, and we were at a water park.
Oh God. They probably don't put it in the water. It's gonna contaminate
I was
the water.
going down the lazy river, like, don't look at my back, like trying to
Oh,
like sit in the thing
no.
like this.
Hmm.
My mom has caused a lot of trauma. Anyway, go on.
And what were we talking about?
So did
You
you
were
have
12
jaw-
years a sucking slave.
Did you have jaw pain?
Yeah, I started to get a little lockjaw, but then what was worse that I started losing circulation in my knees. So I had to like go side saddle, and now I had scoliosis, I had sciatica, it was like a whole thing. Anyway, got at the end. He finally, it was the most unsatisfying orgasm. I was expecting.
Was it just like a
girl silence? He's
You
like,
gotta
he's
make
like,
noise.
he's just like, oh yeah, I'm about to, and then he did it, and it was like a little.
Was he drunk?
No, it was
Did
sober.
he
It's like in the
say-
after. It's like 2:00 in the afternoon.
I like it a long. Like
That
I like
doesn't
a
mean that
long
you can't be
session.
drunk.
This is true. He did not. There was no language before about it was gonna be. It was gonna be
An
very-
hour and 20
an
minutes
hour and 20
is
minutes.
crazy.
And I swear to God, I'm not exaggerating. An hour and 20 minutes.
I feel like the
But
most
here's
I've
my-
ever done is 45.
45.
That's a lot to me.
Hour and 20 minutes.
That's a lot. Yeah.
45 is
Again,
long too. Yeah.
15 minutes. And if you don't after 15 minutes, I'm done.
See, but I'm
But
enjoying
you
myself,
said
though.
when that guy was you off in P-Town,
It wasn't 15 minutes long.
oh, it was like 6 or 7,
It was like
and then
less than 10 minutes, but he was already getting bored of the blowjob. And when the person who's blowing me starts to get bored, I'm like, well, then I don't want to.
right.
Got it.
Because now you're making it slavery.
One thing about he was so hot though. Like I was like,
Well,
I
there
was
you
like,
go.
I want to please this man.
Yeah,
I
of
wanted to be
course.
like, yo, I wanted to go back and tell stories about this blowjob.
When
Like,
you are
Back this way. Back over
with
here.
Andy,
you
you're
know what I
talking
mean?
about.
I wanted to be like, yo, this my so long, and like I can't. Like I hope that he tells this story. I hope he's telling the other side of the story about how I this for an hour and 20 minutes. It was a blessed blowjob.
And he was
And
like,
then he went-
and he was like, but I was so distracted by the Family Stone on the TV, I couldn't.
And he was like, and I
had
kept
to
trying
wait
to
for it to
figure out
end.
if those freckles were real.
I just put
Her
like
freckles kept jumping from her face to my.
just put a little Apple Music playlist on and I let that play. Because people who have sex with silence on is
silence
crazy.
on.
I
Yeah.
don't mind silence.
Really?
Yeah,
So just the sounds of y'all?
the bodies.
Got it. No, I want the little music.
Well, if they're nonverbal, if they're not being verbal, if they're not being verbal, then I would like something in the background.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll stop second if they're not giving me the energy I need. Because I'm in there, I'm down there, I'm putting in work.
So
Yeah.
there's been
Do you
this.
use a hand or no hand?
I do both. I think you got to change it up.
Do
You
you
got
use teeth?
you got to diversify your portfolio. I never had a tooth problem. When I started doing Invisalign, I heard my first ouch, and I was like mortified.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, because my teeth were moving around. I've since learned how to with my new teeth, but back then I thought my fucking career was over. It was really a hard day for me.
There's been a false narrative that. Shit, that
You were
really
so
got you.
earnest. It was a really hard day for me.
It can't be a
It
very
was
hard
tough.
day.
Yeah, I love sucking.
There's
my
been
favorite
a sort of
activity.
challenging narrative around me and teeth
Okay.
on this podcast with people calling in and specifically one person
tweeting.
saying I gave him a toothy blowjob.
Oh really?
That
And-
they talk about at brunch.
And then we talk about it a lot. And so I recently was at I was out of town at like a sex event.
Pig week.
I was in Florida for Pig Week.
Oh, we're Pig Week. What's
And
that?
I was at this like pool party, sex party, and I showed up, and it had been raining that day, so it wasn't as crowded as it usually is. There were enough people there, but I was sort of gauging the vibe, and I showed up, and most people just kind of like get naked, but I kept my shorts on, and I walked right in, and someone immediately was like, "Oh my God, listen to the pod, I love it!" And I was just sort of like, "Okay, I'm not going to dive headfirst into this." Experience because I don't know, it's always weird when like people have a perception of you
Oh, for sure.
before you walk in. So I'm walking around, I'm talking to a couple people, I'm seeing the little action that's going on, and this guy comes up to me and he goes, "You're way overdressed." And I was like, "Well, yeah, I'm just trying to figure it out." He's like, "Why aren't you hooking up?" And I was like, "I'm
Bitch,
just checking
Bitch, I
it
just got
out."
here.
And he was like, "I already 12 times." And I was like,
you're lying.
I would
it's,
push him in the pool.
I was like, "That's amazing that your body did that for you, sir."
yeah.
I'm just and so
I'm more of a one and done type of girl.
exactly. I'm like, I'm one in a
I'm
nap.
not. I'm like a 2 or 3.
And so then
Okay.
I'm saying, what?
That's to remember. I want to ask you something about that.
Okay, so everyone,
Sorry, that's my
everyone
finger.
grab your finger.
That's why I do the podcast. And I'm like,
Everyone
so
grab your
Bob
finger.
knows. I'm just saying what to say.
So so he's asking me a lot of questions, and I eventually am sort of like, you're doing too much.
Yeah.
So I said to him, actually, I'm just not inspired by anything yet.
Ooh, he was mad at that. He didn't like that.
Well,
answer.
he
And
didn't
then
like
went
that.
and told all of his friends,
Ex-
Big Dipper
he's-
is the asshole that everyone says he is.
But I was just like, can you chill out and leave me alone?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just trying, like,
He was just trying to be overly friendly.
if he was
overly
hitting on
familiar.
me
Did you
or
know
trying
him
to,
beforehand?
no, it was just some guy.
Oh, I would have been like, yeah.
And so then I'm watching some of the action. I'm in the play space and I look over to my left and I see this guy that I had seen sort of for the whole party. And I had seen him 2 weeks ago in Palm Springs at a Leather Pride event. And this man's is down to his knees.
Hot.
He is an older gentleman. And when I saw him, I think he was like some guy's in a sling when I saw him in Palm Springs. And in order to himself while he was doing that, he had to take his hand, reach it out, around, and under his leg.
No way, differ.
To the bottom of his, because there wasn't enough space.
How old is he?
He's probably in his like mid-50s, early
That's not that
60s.
old.
No. So I, of course, I'm like, I love his beautiful.
Oh, you like
yeah,
too?
of course. Are you
Word.
trying to high five me?
Yeah.
I'll just hold your finger so we remember to have that conversation. And so she wants to hold space.
Cynthia,
Come on, we want to all hold space together. And so I look over and he looks at me and he smiles. Meanwhile, I had like looked him up and down. I kind of cruised him earlier, but he had looked right through me. But this time he looked at me and he was like, hi. And he came over. We started making out and he for a little bit. And then I purposefully didn't touch his the whole time because I was like, I bet everyone is like going for his at all times. So I was like, I'm going to let him sort of linger and see.
Playing the long game.
And then he like pulled
Literally.
his out and he sort of shook it at me and I was like, okay. And I dropped to my knees and I took this man's to the base.
Did you really?
No teeth.
How do you
Really?
know?
How do I know? He didn't say anything and I didn't feel
He
anything.
maybe didn't say anything because he didn't want to embarrass you in front of everybody.
Well, there is a trick. If you are
Hold
encountering,
on. I bet it was Toothy.
why you say
Why
that?
are you perpetuating
Don't
this?
say that. That's so mean.
I was just very thrilled because, and what I hated is that
I know you're not
your
playing.
loud ass came into my brain because now every time I'm thinking about you accusing me of being toothy.
Well, you know what?
The listeners accused you.
You know what?
And
I want to
you
say this to
agree.
you,
You had a
Meatball.
small mouth.
I don't think you understand. To someone who enjoys the art of telling them
Art.
that they're toothy is a very
a
serious
devastating
thing.
blow.
It's a devastating thing. It really, you take it to heart, and now every time you do it, you have it in the back of your mind. I'm like, oh my god.
You see this.
I'm gonna scrape it up a little bit.
I see
I'm not just gonna suck it. I'm gonna
It's
scrape it up a little bit.
toothy.
It's toothy. Because what you got to do is, if you are encountering a very thick penis, I've learned. Like I said, with this, can I? No.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want the red one.
Oh no, my baby.
If you're gonna do it, you want to fold the top and bottom teeth around it.
Yeah, you do
like
that.
Lips.
Give it a
Yeah,
little
that's
patting.
how you give a blowjob.
No, not every time. That's only if
No.
they're very thick.
Because you want the lip, I want my lips to be moving over.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
back.
To give it a little extra massage. And bitch, when you really f them up, is
How-
when you got that
tell
in
me-
there and you start moving the tongue inside your mouth too.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Or when they take it all the way to the base and then you feel a little tongue on your
Yeah.
because you're like, damn,
Yeah,
how's
You
she-
push the tongue
damn.
out and down. Yeah.
Do you have long tongues? My tongue isn't very
No, I
long.
have a really short
mine
tongue.
is
Short
short.
tongue,
I don't have
too.
His
people
is
that-
so short. Do it.
No.
Yeah, that's it.
He's flying.
That's how he has so much room for big
Tell
dick.
us your thing
Wait,
before we end.
Tell me
forget.
when to stop on how big this man's penis is. Oh my god. That's crazy. Dipper.
There.
Dipper.
No, you didn't.
Yes.
No, that's 3 hands.
Yeah. It was a 3-hander. I
Was
kid
it
you not.
thick as well?
Yes. But it was, when they're that big, they don't get so
No, they
rock
can't.
hard.
Yeah, I got it.
So it fits down the throat really nicely.
Nicely. Girl, the worst
Did he
is
cr-
it's not
Yes.
the worst.
A lot? Because I know with
I
a
don't
long
think it
penis
was a
like
lot.
that,
It takes
can
long
hold
to
a lot
travel.
of-
Monet, what is the thing you're going to say? Because we have to wrap
the
up.
up tilt ones are a little tough to
Oh
But
yeah,
then-
you always
The
have to.
angles
You gotta
are-
lay
Flip,
them
yeah.
down and
Yeah,
flip
do
it,
that
and
way.
then you're like,
Bop
don't,
it.
Don't
Twist it.
don't
Turn.
me while I'm
Flip
down.
it.
Oh my god, guys.
What?
I think the Ritalin wear off. I don't feel it anymore.
Oh. Mom.